The greatest of all time is always discussed in every major sport. In basketball, it is a topic of discussion as most people have different opinions on their top 10 and their rankings as well. In this new series, I'm going to discuss everyone that's usually in the GOAT discussion and unveiling their case for the greatest of all time. And I will reveal my rankings for each player and who is in my top 10 and my GOAT. In this video, we'll be looking at the career of Magic Johnson and unlocking his case for the greatest of all time.
And I gotta worry about trade talk. I'm the MVP. I'm the MVP of this league. The best basketball players in the world. I was honored with the MVP. The MVP, the best basketball player in the world. And when I lose, this is what I gotta go through.
You're up 2-0. What's the story? Are you not happy, or you're only half happy, or?
Still to be happy about.
You're up 2-0.
Job's not finished. Job finished? I don't think so.
Okay.
Fellas, we work all year long for it, man. Shaq the man, most dominant player in the world. Championship, it's ours. Love it, it's beautiful. Mwah, 2G, baby, you love it. We out.
It's showtime, folks.
Magic was recruited by one of the top colleges in the country, but eventually made the decision to join Michigan State so he could stay relatively close to home. Magic was in Michigan State and was a very good basketball player. He led them all the way to the finals against Kentucky, and even though they lost it, it was great to see a freshman lead the team all the way there. Magic eventually won the NCAA championship, as Michigan State versus Indiana State was one of the most watched college games of all time, featured the beginning of an epic rivalry, but we'll get to that later. Magic defeated the Larry Bird-led Indiana team and then declared for the NBA draft. Magic was drafted with the first overall pick to Los Angeles Lakers, and it was no brainer. Magic was ecstatic to play with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Kareem, we won't say much as he has a video of him coming soon, but he came to this team for the Milwaukee Bucks as he failed to bring a championship home to Los Angeles so far. Many analysts were skeptical of Magic, as he was a 6'9" point guard, and that is unheard of. And as Norm Nixon was the starting point guard for this team, it was kind of weird to replace him with a rookie with raw potential. But Jack McKinley stuck with Magic at his true position, and it prospered. Magic was an all-star, and selected to the all-rookie team. Magic this year averaged 18 points, 7.3 assists, 7.7 rebounds, 2.4 steals on 53% from the field. Lakers finished with a 60-22 record and went to the first round against the Phoenix Suns. In the first round, they played the Phoenix Suns, who were being led by Walter Davis. In Game 1, Magic dropped a triple-double, and Kareem dropped 30 and 12 himself and led to a Game 1 victory. In Game 2, Magic almost dropped another triple-double as he had 25 points, 32 rebounds, and 6 steals. Kareem had 32, and Norm and Jamal both had 26, and they won Game 2 as well. In Game 3, Kareem had 37, and Magic dropped another double-double to win the series. In Game 4, the Suns came to play, and they won this game to have the series 3-1. But in Game 5, the Lakers closed it out as Kareem had 35, and Magic had 19, 11, and 7, and they moved on to the next round. In the next round, they put the Supersonics in the conference finals, who were being led by Gus Williams. In Game 1, Gus dropped 28. In a close game, the Sonics won this game by 1 point and had the series 1-0. In Game 2, the Lakers came to play, as Kareem dropped 31 and Magic dropped 19 points, 5 rebounds, 9 assists, 6 steals as they tied this series up. In Game 3, Kareem dropped 33 and Magic dropped a triple-double as the Lakers won again to have this series 2-1. In Game 4, Kareem dropped 25 and Magic 15 points and 13 assists as they had this series 3-1. In Game 5, the Lakers closed this out as Kareem dropped 38 points and Magic dropped another triple-double, and they booked a trip to the NBA Finals. In the NBA Finals, they played the 76ers, who's being led by the Dr. Julius Erving. In Game 1, Kareem dropped 33, and Magic almost dropped a triple-double as he had 16 points, 9 rebounds, and 10 assists. The Lakers won this game and had this series 1-0. In Game 2, Kareem dropped 38, but it wasn't enough as the 76ers' balanced effort helped them tie this series up 1-1. In Game 3, Kareem dropped 33 again, while Magic dropped 13, 11, and 5 as the Lakers won this game and had this series 2-1. In Game 4, Magic showed out as he almost had a 28-point triple-double, and Kareem had 23 and 11, but it wasn't enough as the Sixers won this game by 3 points and tied this series again. In Game 5, Kareem dropped 40 and Magic dropped a 14-point triple-double. And even with a 36-point game by Julius Erving, it wasn't enough as the Lakers won this game to have this series 3-2. In Game 6, the Lakers had a chance to close the series, but in Game 5, Kareem injured his ankle and he was able to come back and help him win this game, but was out for Game 6. The coach decided to start Magic at a center, replacing Kareem, and he dominated. Magic in his closeout game had 42 points, 15 rebounds, 7 assists, and led this Lakers team to be the 1980 NBA champions. Magic was awarded with the Finals MVP and became one of the first rookies to win this award. He submitted himself as one of the best players on his team after this run. Magic in his second year suffered an injury, which caused him to only be able to play 37 games this season. Magic returned this time for the playoffs where they faced Houston Rockets in the first round. They ended up losing, and the assistant, some random named Pat Riley, felt like Magic's return had the team divided since he missed most of the year. Magic demanded that Paul Westhead be fired as he made the offense slow. The Lakers rejected the request, so Magic himself requested a trade, which forced the Lakers' hand. They ended up replacing him with Pat Riley.
Showtime!
Replaced Paul, this team turned into what people know as the Showtime Lakers. This was given a nickname as Magic turned his team into a fast break oriented offense, and it was very entertaining to watch. The Lakers in the 81-82 season finished a record of 57-25, and they were looking to win another NBA championship. Magic this year averaged 18.6 points, 9.6 rebounds, 9.5 assists, 2.7 steals on 53% from the field. In the first round, they played the Phoenix Suns. In Game 1, Magic had a 23-point triple-double as he led his team to be up 1-0 in this series. In Game 2, Magic dropped a 19-point triple-double as he dominated the Suns to win again and have this series 2-0. In Game 3, Magic almost dropped a triple-double again as he had 23 points, 14 rebounds, and 9 assists. He again led this Lakers team to win and be up 3-0 in this series. In Game 4, the closeout game, Magic had a 15-point triple-double as him and Kareem dominated closing the series and move on to the next round. In the second round, they put the San Antonio Spurs, who were led by George Iceman Gervin. In Game 1, Magic had a 13-point triple-double as Kareem and Norm Nixon dominated as they both had 30 points each. Lakers won this game to be up winning series 1-0. In Game 2, Magic had 19 points, 11 rebounds, 9 assists, and 5 steals as he led this team to again win and be up 2-0 in this series. In Game 3, Magic had a 12-point triple-double as he was inefficient from the field, but Kareem and Norm again played excellent and the Lakers again won this game and be up 3-0. In Game 4, the closeout game, Magic had 22 points, Norm had 30, and Kareem had 22 as they won this series in 4 games and they advanced back to the NBA Finals. In the NBA Finals, they again played the 76ers, who were being led by Julius Erving as they wanted revenge. In Game 1, Magic only had 10 points as he was again inefficient, but he had 10 rebounds, 9 assists. Kareem, Jamal, and Norm all had 20-plus point outings, and the Lakers won this game to have this series 1-0. In Game 2, Magic had 18 points, 11 rebounds, and 7 assists, but it wasn't enough as the complete play from the 76ers caused him to win this game and tie the series up. In Game 3, Magic had 22, 9, and 8, and even with Andrew Toney having 36, it wasn't enough as the Lakers played well, as Norm had a good night and they won this game and had this series 2-1. In Game 4, Magic had 24 points, had a 24-point almost triple-double performance, with Jamal and Kareem playing well and allowed the Lakers to win this game and have this series 3-1. In Game 5, the Lakers underperformed, as Magic only had 10 points and 10 rebounds, and the Lakers didn't play well and got blown out by the 76ers as the score was 135-102. In Game 6, Magic again had a 13-point triple-double, and his team played excellent, and it allowed him to win the 1982 NBA championship. Magic was awarded with his second Finals MVP, and he felt like this team was the beginning of something special. In the offseason, the NBA champion Los Angeles Lakers was awarded with the first overall pick as a result of a previous trade, and they selected James Worthy, who will become a very important piece in due time. Now, time for the 82-83 season, where again the Lakers dominated with a fast-paced style of play. Magic was again an All-Star, was third in MVP voting, and was on the All-NBA first team. Magic this year averaged 16.8 points, 10.5 assists, 8.6 rebounds, 2.2 steals on 54% from the field. They finished with a record of 58-24 and were trying to go back-to-back. In the first round, they played the Portland Trail Blazers. In Game 1, Magic had 19 points, 18 assists, 9 rebounds, and 7 steals. Kareem also had 32 points, and it caused him to win Game 1 and be up 1-0 in the series. In Game 2, Magic had 18, and Kareem had 37, and they won this game and be up 2-0. In Game 3, Magic had 15 points, 11 assists, and 7 rebounds. Kareem had 30, and Jamal had 28, which allowed him to win Game 3 and have this series 3-0. In Game 4, Kareem had 34, but the Lakers underperformed, and Magic semi-underperformed, and it caused the Blazers to win and have this series 3-1. In Game 5, the closeout game, Magic had 25 points, 15 assists, and 7 rebounds, as Norm had 36, and they won this series to move on to the next round. In the second round, they played the San Antonio Spurs, who were being led by Iceman again. In Game 1, Magic had 15 points and 12 assists. Kareem also had 30 points, and Norm had 30 as well, which caused him to win his game and have this series 1-0. In Game 2, Magic had 28, 12, and 7, but it wasn't enough, as they lost this game and the Spurs topped this series 1-1. In Game 3, Magic had a 13-point triple-double, and the Lakers starters played excellent, and they won this game to have this series 2-1. In Game 4, Magic had 31 points and 17 assists, and led this team to win this game and have this series 3-1. In Game 5, Magic had 16 points, 19 assists, and 11 rebounds, and even with Kareem having a good game, the Spurs won this game and had this series 3-2. In Game 6, in a close game, Magic had a bad shooting night as he only had 2 points, but he had 15 rebounds and 16 assists. And with Kareem having a good night as well, they won this series and moved on to the NBA Finals once again. In the NBA Finals, they played the Philadelphia 76ers once again. And this time, Moses Malone, who has won MVP in the past, decided to jump ship onto this team and create one of the best teams in the NBA at this point. Now, the Philadelphia 76ers swept the Lakers as James Worthy, Bob McAdoo, and Norm was all dealing with injuries. And with most of the supporting cast gone, it allowed the Sixers to have an easy series to win. In the 83-84 season, Norm was traded as they wanted to give Magic the full ball handling responsibility. The Lakers again dominated in the regular season as they finished with a record of 54-28. Magic was again an All-Star, All-NBA first team, and was third in MVP voting. Magic this season averaged 17.6 points, 13.1 assists, 7.3 rebounds, 2.2 steals on 56% from the field. In the first round, they played the Kansas City Kings and destroyed them. The Lakers swept them in this series to move on to the next round. In the next round, they were playing the Dallas Mavericks. In Game 1, the Lakers blew them out as the game wasn't even close. Magic only had 6 points, 11 assists, but the whole team contributed as they won the game. In Game 2, the Lakers won again as Magic had 27 points, 11 assists, and 8 rebounds to lead this team to victory. In Game 3, the Mavericks won this game as Ronaldo Blackman had himself a night and led this team. Even with Magic having 24 and 11 assists, the series was now 2-1. In Game 4, Magic indeed had another triple-double and Kareem dropped 33 points. This led the Lakers to win this game and be up in this series 3-1. In Game 5, Magic had 14 points and 15 assists. And thanks to Mike McGee dropping 27 points, they closed this series out and moved on to the next round. In the next round, they played the Phoenix Suns, who were being led by, again, Walter Davis. In Game 1, the Lakers won as Magic dropped 16 points and an assist as the Lakers played well-rounded basketball to win this game and be up 1-0. In Game 2, even with Larry Nance dropping 29 points, it wasn't enough, as again with the Lakers having a well-rounded team, it allowed them to win this game. Magic only dropped 6 points, but had 24 assists, 5 steals, and 7 rebounds. In Game 3, in a high-scoring game, especially for that era, Kareem dropped 31, Magic dropped 21, 13 assists, and 8 rebounds. But it wasn't enough, as Walter Davis and Larry Nance came to play, and the Suns won this game to have this series 2-1. In Game 4, Magic dropped 20 points and 15 assists, and with Kareem dropping 31 and Bob McAdoo off the bench dropping 23, the Lakers won this game and had this series 3-1. In Game 5, Magic dropped 26 points and 13 assists, and Kareem dropped 28 points, but it wasn't enough, as in a close game, the Suns starters and bench all contributed, and it caused the Suns to win this game and has this series 3-2. In Game 6, the Lakers looking to close the series out, as Magic had another triple-double where he had 16 points, 13 assists, and 13 rebounds. With the game only being decided by 2 points, the Lakers pulled this win out and they advanced to the NBA Finals again and were looking to right the wrong they had against the 76ers. Instead, the Lakers would play the Boston Celtics, which would begin an epic rivalry. The Celtics were being led by Larry Bird, the same person who had faced all them years ago in college. Larry was looking to right the wrong he had by losing that college championship to Magic by beating him on an even bigger stage. In Game 1, it was a battle indeed, as Larry dropped 24 points and also pulled in 14 rebounds. Dennis Johnson, his point guard, had 23 points. And Kevin McHale, yes, the coach of the Houston Rockets used to play basketball, dropped 25 points off the bench. But it wasn't enough. Magic only had 18 points, but he had 10 assists, 4 steals, and 6 rebounds. Kareem had 32 points, and it caused the Lakers to win this game and be up 1-0 in this series. In Game 2, it was a different result. Even with the Magic dropping 27 points, 9 assists, 10 rebounds, and Kareem dropping 20, and James Worthy dropping 29, it wasn't enough, as it was a close game, but with Bird dropping 27 points and his team having a well-rounded game as well, it caused us to tie this series 1-1. In Game 3, Larry dropped 30 points, but his team did perform, as the Lakers blew out the Celtics to win this game by almost 30 points. Magic dropped 14 points, 21 assists, and 11 rebounds, and had this series 2-1. In Game 4, it was another close game, as it was decided by 4 points. Magic had 20 points, 17 assists, and 11 rebounds. Worthy and Kareem had 30 plus each, but the Celtics pulled this game out as they won this game to tie this series 2-2. Larry had 29 points and 21 rebounds. In Game 5, the Celtics had to blow out the Lakers. Larry had 34 points and 17 rebounds as the Lakers underperformed. Magic had 10 points and 13 assists. Kareem only had 19, and Worthy only had 22, as the Celtics played better basketball and were up in this series 3-2. In Game 6, the Celtics were looking to close this series. Larry had 28, 11 rebounds, 8 assists. But it wasn't enough, as the Magic had 21 points, 10 assists, 6 rebounds. Kareem had 30 points, and Worthy and Cooper both had 20 plus, and they allowed the Lakers to tie this series and force a Game 7. In Game 7, in this close series, it was split between who would win. On one side, we had Magic Johnson Lakers, who had this Showtime type of offense, and on the other side, we had the Boston Celtics, who had this slower type of offense, but it was good, and it was being led by Larry Bird. Magic in this game had 16 points, 15 assists, 5 rebounds, and 3 steals, and Kareem had 29 points. But unfortunately, it wasn't enough, as the Boston Celtics was able to win this series and win this game easily, as the score was 111-102. Magic again failed to win the NBA championship, and Larry and Magic was 1-1 in their rivalry, as Magic won the college championship and Larry won the NBA championship. In the 84-85 season, the Lakers were trying to right their wrong from last year and looking to win the NBA championship. Magic was again an all-star, but wasn't MVP, as Larry Bird took the honors this year. Magic was still selected to All-NBA first team again, as he averaged 18.3 points, 12.6 assists, 6.2 rebounds on 56% from the field. The Lakers again finished with the first seed with a record of 62-20 and went to the playoffs with championship aspirations. In the first round, they played the Suns again, and I'll keep it short and sweet, as the Lakers blew out the Suns and swept them as well. No game was close and moved to the next round. In the second round, they played the Trailblazers, and again, the Lakers dominated. They'll win this series in 5 games, as the Blazers won game 4, but it didn't matter, as the Lakers dominated every game they won and moved on to the Western Conference Finals. In the Conference Finals, they played the Nuggets again, and again, the Lakers dominated them. They'll win this series in 5 games, and the Nuggets blew them out game 2, but after that, it was pretty much the Lakers series to win, and they finally made it back to the NBA Finals. Now it's time for the NBA Finals again, and again, it was the Boston Celtics versus the Los Angeles Lakers. Magic and Bird Part 2, as the Magic is looking to even the series. In Game 1, it was a massacre, as the Boston Celtics destroyed the Lakers in what is known as the Memorial Day Massacre. The Celtics won this game 148-114. Magic Johnson in this game had 19 points and 12 assists. The Celtics in this game played just all around better and had a dominant start to this series. In Game 2, Larry came back and dropped 30 points, 12 rebounds, and tried to lead this Celtics team to a 2-1 lead in this series. But it didn't work, as the Magic dropped 14 points and 13 assists, with Kareem dropping 30. It caused the Lakers to win this game and tie this series up 1-1. In Game 3, the Lakers came to play as the Showtime was in full effect. Magic had 17 points, 2 assists, and 9 rebounds. James Worthy had 29 points, and Kareem had 26 points, as they blew out the Celtics and to take a much-needed 2-1 lead in this series. In Game 4, it was a very close game, as this game showcased that both teams were close. On the Celtics side, Kevin McHale had 28 points, Dennis Johnson had 27, and Larry Bird had 26. On the Lakers side of things, Magic had a triple-double, as he had 20 points, 12 assists, and 11 rebounds. Kareem had 21, and Worthy had 16. But it wasn't enough, as the Celtics won this game by 2 points and tied this series up 2-2. In Game 5, this is a very pivotal game in this series, as it was a close in this series where it would have been 2-2. This game allowed the team to gain momentum going into Game 6. The Celtics only played 7 players this game. Larry Bird had 20 points, Robert Parrish had 26, McHale had 24, and Dennis had 22. But it wasn't enough, as Kareem had 36 points, Worthy had 33, and Magic had 26 points, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds, as the Lakers won this game to have this series 3-2. In Game 6, the Lakers were looking to close this series out and finally beat the Boston Celtics. This is just a Magic and Bird rivalry, as Wilt and Bill had finals matchups as well, and as we know, the Celtics won most of their matchups. The Lakers was looking to finally beat the Boston Celtics. Larry Bird dropped 28 points, and Kevin McHale dropped 32 and 16 rebounds, as the Celtics came to play and won tie this series. Magic in this game dropped 14 points, 14 assists, and 10 rebounds. Worthy dropped 28 points, and Kareem dropped 29 points. And with that, it caused the Lakers to win this series, and the Los Angeles Lakers were the 1985 NBA champions. Kareem captured the Finals MVP, and Johnson was again at the top of the NBA world and would beat his new rival, Larry Bird. In the 85-86 season, the Magic and the Lakers were looking to repeat, and they made it known this season. They finished with a record of 62-20 and were again the first seed in the Western Conference. Magic was third in MVP voting, All-NBA first team again, and was an All-Star again. Magic this season averaged 18.8 points, 12.6 assists, 5.9 rebounds on 52% from the field. In the first round, they played the San Antonio Spurs. It was a dominant performance for the Lakers, as they swept the Spurs and moved on to the next round. In round 2, they played the Dallas Mavericks, who were being led by scoring phenoms Mark Aguirre and Ronaldo Blackman. In Game 1, the Lakers came out and showed the skill gap. Kareem dropped 28 points, Byron Scott dropped 24, and James dropped 23. Magic dropped 16 points, 14 assists, and 7 rebounds. The Lakers won this game up in the series 1-0. In Game 2, it was a close game, as Mark dropped 28 and Blackman dropped 22. But it wasn't enough, as Magic dropped 21 points, 9 assists, and 7 rebounds, and led the way to be up 2-0 in this series. In Game 3, again it was a close game, as this game was decided by 2 points. Magic Johnson in this game dropped 18 points and 14 assists. Kareem dropped 28 points, but it wasn't enough, as the Mavericks was able to pull this win out and have this series 2-1. In Game 4, another close game, as it was decided by 2 points again, Magic in this game dropped 29 points, 14 assists and 50 rebounds, but it wasn't enough to pull this win out, as the Mavs was able to win this game by 2 points and tie the series 2-2. In Game 5, another close game, as it was decided by 3 points. Magic in this game dropped 29 points, 14 assists and 7 rebounds, and with Kareem dropping 34 as well, it allowed them to win this pivotal game and be up 3-2 in this series. In Game 6, it wasn't close, as the Lakers won this game 120 to 107. Magic in this game dropped 21 points, 17 assists, and 6 rebounds, and the Lakers won this series to move on to the Western Conference Finals. In the Western Conference Finals, the Lakers won against the Houston Rockets. The Rockets were being led by Ralph Sampson and Hakeem Olajuwon. They were known as Twin Towers, as there was two dominant paint beasts. In Game 1, Hakeem dropped 20 and 16, and Ralph Sampson dropped 19, as he underperformed and the rest of the Rockets did as well. Magic dropped 26 points, 18 assists, and 7 rebounds, and they were up in this series 1-0. In Game 2, Magic dropped 24 points, 19 assists, and 8 rebounds, but it wasn't enough, as the Rockets played excellent and were able to win this game, being led by Hakeem and Ralph. In Game 3, even with Magic dropping 17 points, 20 assists, and 8 rebounds, and Kareem dropping 33, it again wasn't enough, as Hakeem dropped 40 points this game and completely dominated this game to be up 2-1 this series. In Game 4, Magic dropped 20 points, 12 rebounds, and 11 assists, but again it wasn't enough, as Hakeem and Ralph again dominated. Well, Hakeem more than Ralph, as Hakeem dropped 35 and won this game to be up in the series 3-1. In Game 5, Magic dropped 24 points, 13 assists, and 5 rebounds in this game, and this game was close. Hakeem dropped 30 points, and Ralph made the game-winning jumper to win this series and send the Lakers home, as they went to the NBA Finals. The Rockets went into the finals against the Celtics, and the Celtics were able to capture the Larry O'Brien Trophy, and again, Larry was able to one-up Magic Johnson. In the 86-87 season, the Lakers decided to make some moves to their team. They decided to move AC Green to the start lineup, and they traded for Michael Thompson and made a drastic move they should have been done. Now, I said before that they gave Magic the main point guard position, but they still ran their offense through Kareem. And with him being 38 years old this season, they decided to run the offense through Magic fully. This change allowed Magic to win an MVP this season. He was again an All-Star and was on NBA First Team again, as he averaged 23.9 points, 12.2 assists, 6.3 rebounds on 52% from the field. The Lakers were number 1 seed again, as they were looking to go back to the NBA Finals and win it, as they failed to even make it there last year. In round 1, they played the Denver Nuggets, and it wasn't a close series. The Lakers dominated this series and won this in 3 easy games, moving on to the next round. In the second round, they were against the Golden State Warriors. No, not the 2017 Super Team Warriors. This is 1987, still being led by Sleepy Floyd. Now, as you can assume, it was an easy series for the Lakers again, as Golden State was able to win 1 game off this team, but the rest wasn't even close. And again, the Lakers dominated the first two rounds. In the Western Conference Finals, winning against the Seattle Supersonics. Now, I know you're probably thinking this is the Gary Payton and the no. This team was being led by Tom Chambers, Xavier McDaniel, and more pieces. Now this is the Western Conference Finals, so this isn't gonna be an easy. Oh wait, never mind. The Lakers were able to sweep this team easily, actually, which is only with only Game 3 being a close game for real. This team made a goal to make it to the NBA Finals, and they did, and they were looking to capture their former glory. In the NBA Finals, again, it was the Boston Celtics versus the Los Angeles Lakers. Larry versus Magic. A rivalry that again is being settled at the biggest stage, the NBA Finals. Magic and Bird are tied at this point, and they're looking to settle the score to see who's the better player. In Game 1, it didn't disappoint. Larry came out and dropped 30 points and showcased his passing ability as well with 6 assists and 7 rebounds. But the rest of the team did perform as well. James Worthy dropped 3 points, 10 assists, 9 rebounds. Magic dropped 29 points, 13 assists, and 8 rebounds. The Lakers were able to make a statement and win this game and be up 1-0 in this series. In Game 2, in this game, the Lakers showcased the skill gap as they won this game 141-122. Larry tried as he dropped 23 points, 4 assists, and 10 rebounds, but it wasn't enough. Magic dropped 22 points, 20 assists, and 5 rebounds and won this game to have this series 2-0. In Game 3, the Celtics needed to win as the Lakers were looking to have a dominant lead of 3-0. And Magic made a statement in this game. Magic dropped 32 points, 9 assists, and 11 rebounds, but it wasn't enough as the Celtics was able to pull out this game and win by 6 points and have this series 2-1. In Game 4, the Celtics were looking to tie this series as Larry dropped 21 points, 7 assists, and 10 rebounds. His running mate, Kevin McHale, dropped 25 points and 13 rebounds. But it wasn't enough as the Magic dropped 29 points, 5 assists, and 8 rebounds to take the lead in this series and be up 3-1. In Game 5, a very pivotal game for both series, as the Lakers can win this series fully and the Celtics were trying to stay alive. The Celtics came out and showed out as they won this game 123-108. Magic in this game had 29 points, 12 assists, 8 rebounds, and 4 steals. The Celtics played a well-rounded game and had this series 3-2 and stayed alive for another game. In Game 6, the Celtics were trying to force this Game 7, and Dennis Johnson made it known. Dennis dropped 33 points and 10 rebounds. Larry underperformed as in this pivotal game, he only had 16 points and didn't shoot well from the field. Magic had 16 points, 9 assists, and 8 rebounds, and Kareem dropped 32 points. The Los Angeles Lakers were able to pull off this victory and were the 1987 NBA champions. Magic was able to beat his rival again as he won another NBA championship and was up 2-1 in the rivalry. Magic was named Finals MVP, and the Lakers claimed they were repeat champions next year. In the 87-88 season, the Lakers continued their dominance. Magic was again an all-star, All-NBA first team, and was third in MVP voting as Michael Jordan won his first of many trophies. The Lakers finished first in the Western Conference again and were trying to do what wasn't common at the time, which was repeat as NBA champions. In the first round, they played the San Antonio Spurs, which again, just like most of the first round series Lakers played, it was indeed a sweep, with only Game 3 being close and the Lakers moved on to the next round. In the second round, they played the Utah Jazz, who had the infamous Karl Malone and John Stockton ran offense, and this was the beginning of it. In Game 1, Karl Malone came out and dropped 29 points, and his running mate John Stockton had 16 assists, but Magic dropped 19 points, 9 assists, and 5 rebounds, and led this team to victory, and they were up in this series 1-0. In Game 2, Karl Malone had 29 points, and Stockton played better with 19 points and 13 assists, and led this team to victory, as even with the Magic having 19 points, 10 assists, 7 rebounds, it wasn't enough as the Jazz were able to pull out this victory and tie this series 1-1. In Game 3, the Lakers underperformed as the Magic only had 16 points and 6 assists, and this caused the Jazz to win this game and take control of this series. Malone again led the way for the Jazz with 29 points. In Game 4, the Lakers came back and ready to play. Magic dropped 24 points and 9 assists. Worthy dropped 29, and Scott and Kareem both dropped 20 points, and the Lakers were able to win this game and tie this series up 2-2. In Game 5, a very pivotal game in this series, Stockton dropped 24 assists, and Malone dropped 27 points and 16 rebounds. On the other side of the floor, Magic dropped 20 points, 13 assists, and Worthy dropped 27, and the Lakers in the close game was able to win this pivotal game and were up 3-2 in this tough series. In Game 6, the Jazz came out and showed out as they blew the Lakers out. The Lakers underperformed this pivotal game, and the Jazz were able to tie this series up. Magic in this game dropped 10 points, 9 assists, and 6 rebounds. In Game 7, Karl Malone dropped 29, and his point guard Stockton dropped 24 assists, as they were determined to beat the defending champions. Magic came out and dropped 23 points, 16 assists, and 9 rebounds, and he led this team to be able to win this series and live another day. They moved on to the Western Conference Finals. In the Western Conference Finals, they played a familiar foe, the Dallas Mavericks. In Game 1, the Mavericks underperformed, and it caused the Lakers to win this game. Magic came out and dropped 19 points, 12 assists, and 6 rebounds. In Game 2, Mark came out and dropped 28 points, but the rest of his team again underperformed, and the Lakers capitalized on it. Magic in this game dropped 15 points, 19 assists, and 4 rebounds. Byron Scott dropped 30 points, and they were up 2-0 in the series. In Game 3, the Mavericks started to fight back, and with Magic dropping 14 points, 10 assists, and 8 rebounds, but the Lakers decided to underperform, and the Mavericks won a game in the series. In Game 4, Magic came out and dropped 28 points, 12 assists, and 5 rebounds, with the Mavericks scoring ability showcasing. It allowed them to tie the series up 2-2. In Game 5, Mark came out there again and dropped 31 points and led the way for the Mavericks, but it wasn't enough as Magic dropped 15 points, 20 assists, and 6 rebounds and led the way for the Lakers to win and be up in this series 3-2. In Game 6, the Lakers were looking to close the series out, and the Mavericks were looking to force Game 7. In the close game, Magic dropped 19 points, 12 assists, and Worthy and Scott both dropped 27, but in a game only being decided by 2 points, the Mavericks was able to force the Game 7, and just like that, even with the Lakers having a dominant start to this series, the Mavs was able to even the odds and make it a hard series. In Game 7, Mark dropped 24 points, and the Mavs played their game. The Lakers had Magic leading the way with 24 points, 11 assists, and 9 rebounds. James Worthy dropped 29 points, and with that, the Los Angeles Lakers booked their trip back to the NBA Finals. Magic was again back and looking to repeat. In the NBA Finals, it was the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Detroit Pistons. The Pistons were known as the Bad Boys because of their aggressive style of play. They were being led by Isaiah Thomas. No, not the one from the Boston Celtics. He was a point guard leading the Detroit Pistons. They had Joe Dumars, who was a scorer and a good defensive player, Adrian Dantley, who was a good scorer, and Bill Laimbeer and Rick Mahorn leading the way defensively. In Game 1, the Magic came out and dropped 28 points, 10 assists, and 8 rebounds. But the Pistons decided to make a statement in the first game. Dantley dropped 34 points, and the defense led the way to win Game 1, and the Pistons went up 1-0 in this series. In Game 2, where the Pistons underperformed, that's where the Lakers took advantage. Magic in this game dropped 23 points, 11 assists, 7 rebounds. The Lakers was able to win this game and tie this series 1-1. In Game 3, Magic dropped 18 points, 14 assists, and 6 rebounds. And again, James Worthy performed and had dropped 24 points. Isaiah Thomas dropped 28 points, but it wasn't enough, and the Lakers were up in this series 2-1. In Game 4, Magic dropped 23, 6 assists, and 4 rebounds, but the Pistons came to play as Dantley dropped 27 points, Isaiah Thomas almost had a triple-double, the microwave Vinnie Johnson off the bench contributed and was able to win this game in dominant fashion and tie this series up 2-2. In Game 5, Magic had 15 points, 17 assists, 6 rebounds, and Kareem dropped 26 points. But again, the Pistons showed out, and it was a closer game than Game 4. But with Dantley dropping 25 points and the Pistons playing a good all-around game, they were up in this series going to Game 6. In Game 6, it was a close game, as Magic had 22 points, 19 assists, and 4 rebounds, and both teams played amazing. But in the third quarter, Isaiah Thomas, who was having a good game at this point, injured his ankle, but he still played the third quarter and was able to drop 25 on a hobbled ankle. He finished the game with 43 points, and a close game that was decided by 1 point. It was the Lakers who pulled it out and tied this series 3-3. In Game 7, Thomas played 11 minutes as he was injured. Magic dropped 19 points, 14 assists, and 5 rebounds. But it wasn't the play of James Worthy. Worthy in this game dropped 36 points, 10 assists, and 16 rebounds. The Lakers did it. They was able to win back-to-back NBA championships. The Pistons believed that they had Isaiah Thomas, they would have won this game as that limited them in this series. Magic was able to repeat and was again on top of the NBA world as Larry didn't even make the final season as he again got one up on his rival. In the 88-89 season, the Lakers were looking to go for 3 in a row, and like they were going to do it. Magic was able to capture another MVP. He was All-Star again, and was on the All-NBA first team again as well. The Lakers were the first seed again, as they finished a record of 57-25. Magic this season averaged 22.5 points, 12.8 assists, 7.9 rebounds on 50% from the field. In the first round, they put the Trailblazers, who were being led by Clyde Drexler, but they was too young at this point, and it was an easy series for the Lakers, and they won this series easily. In round 2, they put the Supersonics, and again, it was an easy series for them as they swept them and moved on to the Western Conference Finals again. In the Conference Finals, they put the Phoenix Suns, And again, the Lakers dominated and swept another team and made it back to the NBA Finals. In the NBA Finals, they put a familiar foe, Detroit Pistons, as the Pistons were looking to finally go over the hump and win the NBA championship. In Game 1, the Lakers underperformed as the Magic dropped 17 points and 14 assists, and the Pistons took Game 1. In Game 2, the Lakers were looking to even the series, but with the Magic going down with a hamstring injury, it caused the Lakers to lose the offensive engine. And with Byron Scott also getting injured and Kareem being way too old to lead the team, the Detroit Pistons were able to win this series in a sweep. The bad boy Pistons was finally able to be on top, and the Lakers, even having a dominant playoff run, was destroyed by injuries, and it caused them to not win 3 in a row. In the 89-90 season, Magic was still dominant, as again he won MVP, was an All-Star again, and was on the All-NBA first team again. The Lakers were starting to slow down, but Magic was keeping it afloat as he led his team to #1 seed once again, and they had a record of 63-19 and were looking to go back to the NBA Finals. Kareem announced his retirement this season, but it didn't stop them from getting the first seed. In the first fight, they played Houston Rockets, who didn't have Ralph Sisson anymore, as they went fully into Hakeem Olajuwon, but didn't have a good team on them at this point, and it showed. The Lakers was able to win this series easily and move on to the next round. In the second round, they played the Phoenix Suns, the same Suns team as they played the previous year. Well, that's what they thought. The Suns actually surprised the Lakers and the whole world by beating the Lakers in a gentleman's sweep. The Lakers' age again was showing, as they didn't even make the finals this season. In the 90-91 season, Magic was the league's third oldest point guard, and even though he was indeed a superstar, he still wasn't able to be that athletic as he was before. But he was still able to be an All-Star again and be on the All-NBA first team again. Pat Riley stepped down from coaching and was replaced by Mike Dunleavy. The Lakers finished with a record of 58-24. In the first round, they played Houston Rockets, and again the Lakers were able to sweep this team and move on to the next round. In the second round, they played the Run TMC Warriors, but they again had an easy series against them and move on to the next round. In the third round, they played the Portland Trailblazers, who had been led by Clyde the Glide Drexler, and they were close to making the NBA Finals, but were fall short to the Lakers. And Magic was back in the NBA Finals. In the NBA Finals, the Lakers met a new superstar named Michael Jordan. Jordan was leading the Chicago Bulls and his running mate, Scottie Pippen. In Game 1, Magic had 19 points, 11 assists, and 10 rebounds, and led his team over the young Bulls team to take a 1-0 lead in this series. In Game 2, the Bulls made a change, as they decided to put Pippen out to Magic Johnson to cause him to slow down, which would in turn slow the team down. Magic in this game dropped 14 points, 10 assists, and 7 rebounds, and him being slowed down, this game definitely worked, as the Bulls being led by Jordan, who dropped 33 points and tied this series up 1-1. In Game 3, Magic had 22 points, 10 assists, and 6 rebounds, but the Bulls again came to play, as Jordan dropped 29 and led the way for a 2-1 lead in the series. In Game 4, Magic had 22 points, 11 assists, and 6 rebounds. But again, with Magic struggling on the floor, Jordan dropped 28 points, and the Bulls were up 3-1 in this series. In Game 5, Magic had 16 points, 20 assists, 11 rebounds. But with Jordan dropping 30 points and Pippen dropping 32, the Bulls won the 1991 NBA Championship. It was truly a passing of the torch, as Jordan finally won the NBA championship and was the new face of the NBA. This would sadly be Magic's last finals appearance. Before the 1991-92 season, during a physical examination, Magic was discovered to have HIV, which was a new epidemic at the time. Magic was forced to retire, as he was one of the first prominent celebrities to contract this disease, and they were still trying to figure it out. Magic made a statement that his wife and his new child didn't have the disease, and he would fight this disease for the rest of his life. HIV is a sexually transmitted disease, and it was rumored that Magic was gay because it was rare for a heterosexual male at the time to get the disease. But he put those rumors down immediately. But NBA players didn't know if this was indeed true or not. And when he was voted to the All-Star game, they didn't want to play with him, even his own teammates. They felt like even if he touched him, they would contract the disease. which isn't how that works, but they know at the time, so I can't blame them. Magic won the All-Star MVP, but still wouldn't be allowed to play in the NBA. Magic would still indeed play basketball, as he was selected to be a part of the infamous Dream Team. United States of America would finally allow NBA players to be eligible to play a part of the Olympics. The NBA then grabbed all the best players in the NBA, including Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, to form this team. They would go on to win the gold medal and would become an infamous part in NBA history. Magic was inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame 2002, as he would make a return to 95-96 season, but after that he will retire, as he wanted to retire on his own terms and not be forced to do so. Magic would finish his career as a 5-time NBA champion, 3-time Finals MVP, 3-time MVP, 12-time All-Star, 2-time All-Star Game MVP, and have his number retired from the Los Angeles Lakers. Magic is indeed the best point guard of all time in my eyes, with Stephen Curry making a good argument for it. Magic's playmaking and passing ability is like no other, and he was able to lead a fast-paced offense to one of the most prominent times in the league. Magic rarely underperformed in the playoffs and always showed out. He was able to win multiple MVPs and multiple championships. Even with that, Magic lacked in the defensive department, as he wasn't that good of a jump shooter. And for that and all of his accomplishments, on my all-time list, I rank Magic Johnson at number 5.